We're back. Let's find out if we've gotten anything wrong so far. For that, we go to Remy Spencer. What's up, Remy?
Thanks, Andy. Great show so far. It's going wonderfully. However, I'd like to point out a couple of mistakes I heard along the way. I'm going to start first with you, Andy, on the debate story.
Okay.
You did refer to Rick Perry as Miss Texas, but
yes.
I will have you know that just recently, on September 6th of this year, Miss Texas the crown went to Ms. Anna Rodriguez. She's formerly Miss Central Laredo, and this was her 5th try at the crown. Not Rick Perry.
All right. Okay. I feel bad now.
Way to hang in there.
Yeah. Was he first runner-up?
No, he didn't make it through the swimsuit competition.
Oh, okay.
But I'm going to move on now to Kimberly.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Kimberly, you referenced the guy in that video. Apparently he was from Teaneck, New Jersey. You said he scared you and that he reminded you of Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
But that's a 1991 suspense thriller where Anthony Hopkins actually played the part.
Oh, he looked just like him, except for like the chia pet hair, the tendrils coming out that looked like he had been electrocuted in Texas without a last meal.
Similar. I can see it. Sherrod, I'm going to move on to you.
Yes.
Sherrod, great to see you again, by the way.
Remy, always a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
We miss you around the house.
You said that you were surprised that a Mormon was leading the pack in this race.
Right.
Can you explain yourself?
I don't think America's going to vote for a Mormon as the president.
All right. What's your problem with the Mormons?
Look, we got a black man. I've been wrong before.
But wait,
Look on my face.
Sherrod, what do you mean by that?
You know, America, let me tell you something about Americans. We like to vote for people who we think could be us. So if you're not Mormon, you're going to be like, he not like me. So you're not going to vote for him.
It's an interesting theory, Sherrod.
Yeah.
Bill, I'm going to turn next to you. Andy said that you write on these lefty websites under pen names. I want to know one of them right now.
Well, I don't want to mention the names, but I will say my last column was touched on a lot of what Sherrod said. I refuse to vote for someone unless they resemble and act like me, which is why I'm encouraging Billie Jean King for 2012. Make it happen, BJK, and then you got my vote.
Well, Bill, I could say you could run for office because you just avoided my question like any good politician would.
I will take that as a compliment.
Qualified.
Harper Lee.
And Dana Vachon.
Yeah.
In anticipation of my ombudsing tonight, after I learned that you were going to be on the show, I had a conversation with our dear friend Jesse Joyce. And he has asked me to relay to you a message that all of Red Eye viewers should be aware of. That number one, you are harmless to all women, unless, of course, you or one of your fraternity brothers have put something in their drinks. And number two, nobody should ever be intimidated, and this is a quote, by a guy who looks like the first effort Jim Henson made to create a Muppet of James Spader.
You should tell our mutual friend Jesse Joyce that those are kind words from a man who thought his grandmother's dying words were, "You're different from the rest of them," when in fact they were, "Oh."
Terrible things you're saying, Dana.
Wow.
Let's move on from that.
Rough in here.
The Day of Rage. I'm moving on. Day of Rage. Bill, kudos and bravo on a very good Bill Schultz on the street.
Thank you, Oliver.
Always funny. But come on. Like, what's your problem with bagels?
Frankly, I don't like the holes inside them. That's a waste of space. They're a little too doughy for my taste.
See, I would think that you would like holes and doughy.
Pull up the prom pictures.
All right, I will reveal one of my websites since you mentioned that, chubbychasers.org. Check it out. Not very political, but you like some of the photos.
By the way, hey, Remy.
Yes, Andy.
Remy, I had a note. I was going to ask him about the bagel thing, too. I think bagel was code for Jews.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
No,
fairly
no,
certain.
Andy, I went to college for a
fairly
year with
certain that-
Bill,
One of the blogs
and I
anyone
know he
people
likes
about.
doughy and holes.
Yeah.
My.
I'm going to move on now. Let's move on to the death penalty last meal story. First and foremost, I want to say to Kimberly,
Yeah.
you asked a question. You asked, why are they being treated better than everyone else? So I will answer that for you.
Okay.
Because they're going to die.
Who cares? They deserve dying. Some people need killing, and I think the people on death row that are guilty, start with them. And why are we overfeeding them? They're getting fed better than the rest of the prison population. People are kind of somewhat harmless that are life without possibility of parole, or the innocent victims that they murdered. So, yeah, I'm not
I think
sorry.
smaller government has to start with a death penalty.
And which feed them like
If you
that?
don't want them administering neonatal care, I don't think you want them sorting out life from death.
We can't afford to give them all those happy meals, okay? Because they're not going to a happy place. Let's be
Well,
honest.
let's talk about money, because that's an interesting point, Kimberly. You know that in Texas, it costs $2.3 million to execute someone. That is three times the amount that it costs to keep someone incarcerated for 40 years
Remy
or
Spencer,
life.
tell him.
Because of the fact that they have all those wasted appeals after appeal after appeal. It does. You have to go through the whole
Kimberly?
process of it's true.
You're a fellow lawyer. We can agree to disagree on the death penalty, but we know that there are innocent people who sit on death row, and the appeal process is there to ensure that no innocent person is put to death.
Black
I
people.
don't disagree.
Black people.
No, Sherrod, that's not why it's there.
To protect black people from getting hung up for no reason.
Sherrod,
failed in
I'm pretty
Georgia.
Sherrod, I'm pretty sure that if, God forbid, you were ever on death row, which you would never be,
No.
Halle
Yeah,
Berry is probably not coming that
Right.
last night.
That's all right. I'm fine with that.
So I'm going to send it back to you, Andy.
I, sir, am going to get arrested, and you can call me Catwoman.
Oh my
All
God.
right, we got to
You're
move
gonna have
on.
some fun.
Wow, you're gonna need some waxing or something.
Still to come. What famous ex-governor of California is writing his autobiography? I hope it's the gropey one.